Hey guys, welcome back to Animal Fat Cafe. I'm Kyla and I'm sweating to death in the sweatshirt, but I don't have a t-shirt and I don't feel like putting a bra on. So this is what we're working with. I also just got out of the shower. So hello. Also I'm back in the same spot I was last week to pet sit. And before I get into today's episode, I need to tell you something that happened to me yesterday. Also, my cat is running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So, if you don't know, I work at a vet clinic, and yesterday at vet clinics, we do things to make pets pass over the rainbow bridge. And we had one of those set appointments at the clinic yesterday, and I took care of it because my coworker had done 2 other ones that day, and I was like, it's not fair to you to have to do 3. So, there was a family, and there was like 6 of them. They're really sweet. The dog was really sweet, whatever. So the dog crossed over the rainbow bridge, and we have a doorbell in there that they can press if they need something, because we keep that room private, away from all the other exam rooms and everything, so people aren't in that hallway. Can you, he's done nothing up until this point. So, again, the dog had already gone over to passed over the rainbow bridge, and they hit the doorbell, and I was like, interesting. So I walk in, and they go, we've changed our mind. The look I must have given them, I wish we had cameras so I could see my fucking face. In my head, I was like, what the fuck do you mean you've changed your mind? You've changed your mind about what? Because what you've decided can't be undone, you know? And they start laughing, and they're like, we actually wanted to know if you could shave off a little piece of her fur for us. And I was like, yes, I can do that. But that is the worst thing you can say to me or anybody in that situation is, I think we've changed our mind. Because anyway, I just had to share that. But today we're going to be talking about something completely opposite of that. We're going to be talking about weird mating rituals. So animals have weird ways of mating, including human men, but yeah, human men, straight men, are weird, and they don't know how to talk to women, I feel like, most of the time. So yeah, I have 5 of the not the weirdest, but some weird mating rituals. 5 being the least weird, and 1 being the weirdest to me. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, number 5, we have bowerbirds, and I actually learned about them in my animal behavior class. We talked about them a lot. So, bowerbirds are a type of bird, obviously, but they build up a bower, so a type of nest, and they only decorate them with blue objects, which is interesting. And they will kind of steal and destroy each other's to try to fight for the female. So, basically, the female approves or disapproves of the decorations, and so they said that there was an experiment where they put red objects in like a bower, and the males would go and remove them because they're not blue. It's just so random that they choose blue ones. And also, I don't know why I didn't think birds could see in color. I mean, I assumed they could see in color, but I assumed they saw in like a spectrum, kind of like dogs and cats, where like cats see in like ultraviolet-ish, and dogs see in like blues and greens, and not blues and greens, blues and like yellows, which is close to green. Whatever, this isn't color theory. I don't know why I'm obsessing over this. The female will choose which one, and they also do dances with the displays, which is fucking adorable. I love watching bird mating dances. It's very entertaining to me. So but a lot of times they care more about the bower. I guess the better looking, this is what I learned in my class, the better looking bower means a more strong male, that they can build something for their babies in the future. I don't know why I struggled so hard to speak. I'm tired. Number 4 in this weird mating list is the pufferfish. So pufferfish are known for this mating ritual of they make almost like crop circles underwater, and for the longest time people didn't know what the fuck was making those. It's kind of like the ones that you see in like crop fields, and everybody's like, oh my god, it's aliens, that kind of thing. So they were first discovered in Japan in 1995, and nobody could explain it. I'm going to zoom in because I can't read this far. So to do this, the males will flap and swim along the floor in circles and create these circles. They said the fish are about 5 inches long and the formations can be about 2 meters or 7 feet in diameter. And it takes them 7 to 9 days to construct these circular patterns. Then they will decorate the ridges on the outside with seashells and rocks and things like that. It's so cute that they do that though. But females base their decision on the construction skills, but they don't know what exactly means or scientists don't know what exactly means a good structure for females, but I think that's really cool. Alright, we're getting a little weirder with this one. Anglerfish. If you don't know what an anglerfish is, I'll insert a picture. They're fucking terrifying looking things. They, to copulate, they have a firm grasp onto the female. Okay, I had to do some Googling because I deleted a part of my notes. LOL, typical me. Ew, I don't know why I said that. Okay, so anglerfish mating rituals are sexual parasitism, and if you don't know what parasitism is, it's like, look it up. I hate science. I can't do it. This occurs when after the male gets a signal from the female, like chemically, almost like pheromones, and then they will bite onto the female and dissolve a part of their mouth, which is crazy, and then that part that's dissolved fuses together, and they're permanently stuck together. And then, since it's parasitism, the male actually relies on the female for nutrients to stay alive. Like, what the fuck? Is this allowed? What the fuck? Is that allowed? Establishing a common circulation of blood. Alright, this one is kind of crazy. So, hooded seals are one of the most interesting, or one of the most common ones that I saw on, like, when I was looking up different mating rituals. So hooded seals are from the North Atlantic and Arctic Ocean, and they migrate, so they can migrate as far as the Caribbean, outside of breeding season, obviously. But they have a balloon-like sac in their nose that only exists during mating season, and they can inflate to intimidate other males, and they also inflate it to impress females. The males will also fight with this sack on their face, and yeah, it's just weird, and it's in their nose. Like, is that not? I don't know. Just imagine a man human coming up to you and just a giant balloon comes out of their nose to try to impress you. Like, I mean, I feel like then they'd actually be putting an effort, but that's just me. And then we have marsupial mice, aka known as this word. And they are a type of marsupial mouse. A marsupial, if you don't know, is a type of mammal that typically has some type of pouch and gives birth to live young, and the live young lives in the pouch, blah blah blah. So the males literally have sex to the death, just to say it bluntly. So these males, during the springtime, over a certain period, they will literally continue to mate with females until their organs fail. And at the end of that, they die, obviously, because if all of your organs fail, you're dead. So they will die, and they don't sleep, they don't eat during this whole time, which also contributes to their death, I'm sure. And it even says males stop making sperm before the mating season, and their testes disintegrate. So they are not even using energy on that during the mating period. And it gets even weirder. You probably thought, oh, that's pretty weird. No, it gets worse. So the females actually use the males' bodies as food. And they, I almost said are carnivores. That's not the word. They are doing, what words? They are cannibals, essentially. So the females will use the males as food. And sometimes there are some males that do survive, but it's very, very, very rare. So the ones that do survive fucking fight each other, and then sometimes will eat each other that way too. So yeah, that's the weirdest one in my opinion. But yeah, guys, there's so many different ones, but these just really, the fucking fighting, or not fighting, the sex to the death is crazy to me. Like, their whole purpose in life is to have babies with as many females as possible, and then they just die. Like, that's it. They don't eat, they don't sleep. Like, what's the point? I don't understand. Animals are crazy. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. I am tired and I'm gonna go lay down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Animal Fact Cafe. Again, you can follow my social media stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.